reacting to some Gen Z on social media. They're talking about the job market. Yes, the job market, it sort of sucks. I gotta be honest, I'm a career coach, a recruiter, and it's a tough job market. However, if you're strategic, you can be successful. Before we get into this video, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, hit that bell for notification. I also want to hear from you. I want to hear your reactions to these videos. Put some comments in the comment section. So let's get to the videos, shall we?
Story time. I just walked out of my very first interview from a company that I'm pretty sure was going to hire me. So I was set up to meet with the CEO, which was a little unusual.
Okay. She's gotten an interview with the CEO. Oh my God. And she's complaining it's a little unusual. This is a special opportunity. Little tip here. You gotta do research. Research him on LinkedIn. You can even check out his social media. Check out his interests. I had one candidate, he actually found out, he had an interview with the CEO. He found out he was a Dodgers fan. He went into the interview and said, how about those Dodgers? He ended up getting hired. People like to work with people of similar interests. Additionally, if you have this interview, you want to research any articles on the CEO, any programs that he has or she has implemented. Because this could be, hey, I saw that you implemented this program and I think it's awesome. I'd love to be an asset on your team. I am not sure where this is going to go, but she should be thrilled. So let's check it out a little further.
For my third and presumably final interview for this one company nearby. And in general, I didn't have a very good feeling about the company just because in my second interview, and this is exactly what they told me, I was told that I was going to be surrounded by a sales team that was mostly made up of rowdy men who did not use politically correct terms and often used locker room talk. So that right there is not a good sign. But I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I don't love this either. You know, we want to have a professional environment. However, she could probably address this with her manager on the job thing. But you definitely want a professional environment. Now with sales, a lot of time you're working on your own. So how the team reacts a lot of times not going to affect you. But definitely I could see why she's a little bit concerned about this. But let's keep on watching, shall we?
I am very desperate for a job. I've been applying for about 3 or 4 months, and this was the closest that I'd ever gotten to a job offer, so I agreed to a third interview. Y'all, I cannot make this up. When they asked me for the third interview to meet the CEO at a Shoney's, the restaurant, at 8:30 in the morning the next day. Very last minute.
Okay, listen, I know a lot of interviews are in the office, but it's not that bad to meet someone in a restaurant. It could be a more casual environment. So I don't see this as a negative, especially she's interviewing with a CEO. What an opportunity. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem. It's in a public setting and it's in a restaurant. So this is not too far off track in my impression. I would say this is a good thing. You're still getting a meeting with the CEO. So let's check this out further.
And a very strange location, in my opinion. But I was like, you know what? I really need a job. I just need to do whatever I need to do. So I'm going to show up. So I get there and it's not just the CEO because I was told it was a one-on-one meeting. The entire sales team is there. It was a sales team meeting. So I run into the hiring manager who is also...
Okay. I love this. I mean, I always tell my candidates, when you go on a job interview, also meet with the team that you would be working with. So I like this. This is going to give her an indication of the people on her team and also sort of what they do. So this sales meeting team, this is like insider information. I love it. I wish more interviews had the final interviews in meetings like this, so the candidate could get an idea of what's going to go on, who are on the team. Do I like to work with these people? Big tip here, if you do go on interviews, you're in the final round. If you haven't already, ask to meet the team and talk to them. See what they like and dislike about their job. See if these people would be people that you'd want to work with. All right, let's get back to it.
So they're in a part of the sales team, I guess. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. This is actually like a meeting. So if you can just sit through the meeting and wait until the meeting is over, and then you can have your interview. What? So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So I literally sit there in a Shoney's booth through this meeting that I'm not a part of for 30 minutes. And then I finally get my time with this CEO guy who's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and khaki shorts, which I thought was a little different, but that's fine. So I sit down with him, and it's very clear that he has no idea who I am. He doesn't know my name. He's not reviewed my resume. In fact, he actually asked the hiring manager, oh, did you already hire her? He doesn't even know. So I think at this point, my face was kind of giving it away that I was very confused and just uncomfortable and uncertain of the situation. So the CEO asked me,
okay, first of all, who cares what the CEO wears? I mean, these days, Elon Musk, he wears jeans and a t-shirt. Would you care? You met him and he's wearing jeans and a t-shirt. So these days, there's a lot of work environments that are casual. I don't think it's a big deal. Maybe it's not the work environment for her, but this is not a typical, listen, a lot of times there are a lot of casual environments. Let me tell you, she still gets the ear of the CEO. This is time to sell your skills. However, I just don't think this job or this company is a fit for her. It looks like she wants something a little more conservative, a little more traditional. But so far, I'd be excited about this opportunity, actually, to get the ear of the CEO in any fashion. All right.
it's like, are you okay? I just think that you're not very enthusiastic right now about this position. And then I just very politely and professionally said, I think that there's a lot of miscommunication and a lack of coordination with this company. And it appears that you didn't even know that I was supposed to be here, but I was told that I was here for the final interview with you, but you don't even know anything about me or whether I'm hired or not. And it was just really weird. And then he kind of starts giving off these excuses. And then finally he just says, well, this is how my company operates. And if it's not for you, then so be it.
Listen, I wouldn't personally expect anybody or suggest anybody to speak to a CEO in this manner. Listen, she could have made this an opportunity to get his ear and said, sorry, there was a little confusion, but I'm on a final interview and I'd love to get 10 minutes of your time, get it on track. But it seems like she's more frustrated with this process, and this is not a fit for her. However, let me tell you, if you ever get 5 to 10 minutes of the CEO's time, it's time to sell yourself.
A, B, C. A, always B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
This is a foot in the door, not only to get this job, but he may remember you for promotions in other projects. So I think this is a missed opportunity on her part. But at the same token, she's been looking for work for 3 to 4 months. So it's not a fit for her, but I would tell you, if you got this position, definitely this is a time to sell him on why you're the best candidate for the job. All right, let's keep on watching.
So I picked up my purse and I walked out. And I don't know if my standards are just too high or maybe this is normal behavior for CEOs. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think, because I sure was uncomfortable and I just got up and left. And I'm still unemployed.
And that's the point. I think she needs to sit down and really think about that whole job interview process and realize not everything's going to be perfect, but she could have used it to her advantage. All right, let's check out the next person, shall we?
During your preparation for this interview, you must have thought about what you do the best. What are your biggest strengths, and how do you think we would benefit from them?
That is a good question. I'd say my biggest strengths include public speaking, as I'm experienced in developing and delivering impactful speeches, as well as creativity, since I have a background.
Okay, I'm actually thoroughly annoyed by this. This is outrageous. I mean, I hope none of my candidates ever do this on a job interview. Listen, I always encourage everyone, use ChatGPT to assist you to tailor your resume, even maybe to help you write what you're going to say during an interview. However, you got to put your personal touch on this. I mean, he's literally reading off his screen. You're supposed to use AI as a tool to help you. If you're trying to figure out what to say for an interview, definitely it's a great tool. But you want to put things in your words. Listen, what if he gets an in-person interview? How is he going to answer? I mean, this to me is completely unprofessional. Companies are trying to hire you as a human. You want to bring out your strengths and your personality. I mean, I don't know how you can do that when you're reading off AI. So, all right, let's check out the next person, shall we? Watch this.
Yes, boomers are stuck in the past and they can't accept that times have changed and hard work isn't enough anymore, but one of those things that they can't accept is minimum wage needs to change. Because many people, including a lot of boomers, aren't aware that minimum wage and livable wage are actually two different things. And if that seems messed up to you, I agree. I don't think they should be two different things. Sharing information is the first step to any change, and I'm doing my best. Other than that, I'm just...
Okay, I completely agree with her. You know, we have an issue. The minimum wage is really not a livable wage, and that's a government issue. Absolutely agree. I realize and I feel for people that are doing minimum wage. But let me tell you, you can't be stuck in the minimum wage mindset. I find that a lot of people that are stuck in the minimum wage, they really don't know what they want to do with their career. And realize you're going to make the bulk of your money in your career. So it's really important to figure out what you want to do so that you can move up. So yes, I agree with her on the minimum wage, but she doesn't give any solutions. So if you're out there in a minimum wage job and you're confused and lost, I get it. I'm going to give you some suggestions that I think you should do. Number one, take a career test. There's a career assessment test out there. There's a ton of them, but I recommend the Holland Code Career Test. It's awesome. It's free. I have a link in my description below. Take the test. It will tell you different positions that fit your personality and things that you like to do. So firstly, we have to figure out what we want to do with our career. Secondly, when it spits out these jobs, you now need to do some research. Look at Indeed, LinkedIn, look at some job openings with these job descriptions. Look at the responsibilities. See if these jobs interest you. After that, pick the couple of the jobs you say, listen, these look interesting. All right. Third thing, I want you to set up an informational interview with someone that works in this field, someone higher up, a manager and above. So I always say you start with your inner network. Talk to your friends and family, see if they have any people that work in this functional field. So say that you're interested in marketing. You're going to want to talk to a marketing manager, VP of marketing, director of marketing. So check with your friends and family if anybody works in this functional area. Next, check out LinkedIn. Look at the marketing managers, the directors of marketing. Reach out to them. Say, listen, can I get 10 minutes of your time? I could bring you some coffee. Maybe we could meet at one of your favorite coffee places. Just 10 minutes of your time. I'm trying to see and get into the field of marketing. Additionally, if you went to college, use your alumni directory. Reach out to people in marketing in the alumni directory. Listen, Little tip here, alums love to work with alums. So reach out to them. But you really want to figure out what you want to do with your life. A minimum wage job, that's a job. We want you to figure out what career is going to be right. And let me tell you, I have over a dozen jobs. Doesn't require a college degree, doesn't require experience, and I can walk you through in 2 years how you can make 6 figures. There's some boot camps out there. You do a 2-month boot camp, you get into a job above minimum wage, making $30, $40 an hour. This is Christina B. Angel. Thanks.